Hey there, movie fans! I'm Andersen, and this is September in a Nutshell, where I take a look at all the films I've seen this past month of September and give you my thoughts on those films in just 30 seconds. And with that being said,
And here we go.
in my opinion, it was able to perfectly balance the horror elements with a strong coming of age story. This made the unique and brilliantly directed horror sequences that much better, because we actually cared about our main characters, a trait that's often missing in modern horror films. This movie wasn't just able to match my expectations, but surpass them, making it one of my favorite movies of the year thus far. And that's why, for me, it is a really, really good movie. Mother is surely not a mass appeal movie, despite what the marketing may have you believe, and has created a huge divide within the film-going community. The film has the style and unnerving nature that has beheld essentially all of director Darren Aronofsky's films. However, the film hosts a very dour and cynical message with philosophical and religious undertones that, on the surface, appear methodical, but end up coming off very hand-fisted for the sake of shock value. Despite the film's polarizing reception, I'll say for me that Mother is just a good movie. Battle of the Sexes isn't exactly a fun romp, but more of a deep dive into Billie Jean King's lesbianism that creates a number of scenes that are filled with great tension. However, the film takes a lot of time to set up and get into the main plot that really hurts the pacing of the film, causing Steve Carell's performance to feel underutilized. The film undoubtedly hosts a powerful message on acceptance, and I just wish they could have gotten to that message in a more streamlined way. And that's why, for me, Battle of the Sexes is just a good movie. Stronger is a more personal look at the Boston Marathon bombing than a film like Patriots Day. The film hosts, no pun intended, strong performances not only from Jake Gyllenhaal, but from the rest of the supporting cast. Despite this, the film's direction is very flat and generic, making it hard to stand out amongst the huge library of based on true story dramas. Though some of the dramatic scenes in the film hit me pretty hard, overall I wasn't as engrossed in the film as I thought I would be, and that's why for me, Stronger is just a good movie. Brad's Status is a valid attempt at looking at a midlife crisis through a more modern lens. Ben Stiller boasts a solid performance, but his character is so self-afflicting and shows very little growth throughout the film that I found it very hard to sympathize with him. A character in the film also goes as far as to call out that he has a lot of first world problems, furthering my pity even more. The remainder of the cast do what they can with a script that focuses way too much on the central character, and that's why for me, Brad's Status is just a good movie. American Made is another tale of the dangers of debauchery and excess, in the vein of Martin Scorsese films like Goodfellas and The Wolf of Wall Street. Director Doug Liman manages to make a documentary-style film feel frantic and full of energy, with Tom Cruise clearly having a blast on screen. The film also manages to house some stakes despite the fun and frenetic tone. This film is truly an entertaining time at the movies, and that's why for me, American Made is a really good movie. Now, with all that being said, here's a recap on my thoughts on the films I've seen this September. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to check out my last episode of In a Nutshell, and click over here to see my first video essay on it. Be sure to look out for my next video essay in the next week or two on art house filmmaking. Also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links down in the description below. This has been September in a Nutshell. Until next time, don't forget to watch some movies.